Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga. I'm Carol and I'm so glad you joined us today. Our new series, Slow and Short, will focus on taking our practice a little slower. We'll move in and out of our poses a little more slowly, and I'll be sure to enunciate clearly. And we'll keep our classes under 30 minutes. So you'll only need your chair for today's class, and let's get started. All right, so we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair. So if you can move forward a little bit so that we're not leaning back, that is ideal. We're going to think about grounding our sits bones. So we've got these bones that we sit on. You can feel them. They're kind of pointy, right? So we're going to think about keeping both of those grounded to the chair and feeling them equally weighted, all right? So that's really important that we want to keep this down. We're going to go ahead and place our hands on our thighs, flipping that palm up. Pull your belly button into your spine. Lift your heart up, but at the same time, lower your shoulders. Close your eyes, and then just focus on your breath. So begin to deepen that breath. We're inhaling a little more deeply, and we're exhaling a little more completely. And if you can engage your diaphragm by using your belly, kind of that belly breath, go ahead and try that a few times. Breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intention for today's practice. One more breath. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's go ahead and let our right ear fall down towards our right shoulder and just a little stretch into the neck. Now let's look down towards the floor. We're going to take that other ear to the shoulder. And let's just look down at the floor again. Okay, go ahead and look up towards me. We're going to turn and look over that right shoulder. We're going to look center. And look over that left shoulder. And look center. Let's give those shoulders a nice roll. So just kind of shrugging up and then bringing them down and around. And let's do that again. And go ahead and reverse it. I don't know about you, but that feels really good to me. All right. So now we're going to move into a couple of poses to warm up our spine. So we're going to place our hands lightly on the thighs. My elbows are wide. Moving into cat pose. Belly button to spine. Roll your shoulders forward. Tuck your chin. And then just let your head fall as you look down at your lap. Now we're going to lift our heart up and we're going to bring those hands wide. So my thumbs are pointing towards the back wall and squeeze your shoulder blades behind your back. This is called cow pose. Let's do cat again. Here we go. rounding it down, belly button to spine, hands in your lap, look down at your lap. Now we're going to look up, turn those thumbs back towards the back wall, squeeze your shoulder blades behind your back into cow pose. Oh, yeah, that feels good. And release it. Okay. All right, we're going to move into mountain pose. So we're going to take our hands by our side. See if you can widen your fingers. This is just kind of nice to give your fingers a little stretch. Now, if you've got arthritis in those fingers or if it just doesn't feel good, leave it out. It's okay. You can be right here. But if it feels okay and you want to widen those hands, let's do it. All right, let's release it. Just place your hands in your lap again. Okay, we're going to do that one more time before we add on. Here we go. So one thing that you'll find in my classes that is I will say we're going to do this pose and then we're going to add on. And if you don't want to add on, you can keep doing the pose we were just doing, all right? So let's release it. Now we're going to extend our mountain pose. So this is mountain pose. Now we're going to extend it. You've got options. You can start in that goalpost arms, or if you want to, you can go ahead up to extended mountain, fingertips to ceiling. Both are great options. Palms are facing one another. If your hands are in the air, shoulders are down, no matter where your hands are. One more breath. Bring those hands back to your lap and take a little break. All right? Let's do that one more time. If you're here, you're good to go. If you're up with me, my hands are to the ceiling, my shoulders are down, my belly is tight. All right, now I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to grab my left wrist. I'm going to lengthen and I'm going to lean. All right, now if you have goalpost arms, you're just leaning. You're not pulling on your wrist, okay? But if you're with me, I'm grabbing my wrist and I'm leaning. Oh, yeah, that feels good. We're going to come up and we're going to bring those hands back down into our lap, all right? Taking just that moment. Here we go. We're going to go the other side. Up we go. Grab that opposite wrist and lean. And remember, if you're here, you're just leaning. Goalpost arms is fine. All right, let's bring those hands down to our lap. Okay, we're going to come to standing now. So bring your feet back towards the chair. Place your hands on your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Press through your belly. Press through your thighs and lift up to standing. Okay? Now we're going to come to the right side of our chair. So I have my chair right here. I'm going to hold on to that chair, and that is just fine. Okay, so in order to have the back of the chair be right where it's going to be handy for us, I want you to just step forward a little bit. Okay? You've got that chair, you're still holding on to it. With this leg that's next to the chair, okay? So it should be your left leg, the leg next to the chair. You're going to take a step back. Now, you see what happened? Now the back of the chair is right here, so I can hang on to it. Okay, so if it's okay with you and it works for you, I want you to be up on those back toes. You kind of can't see me when I'm back there. You see how I'm up on my back toes? Now, if that doesn't feel good to you and it's okay, then you can put that foot down and it's all right, okay? But technically in a crescent lunge, we would be up on those back toes. Hold it. So we're just breathing here. Now, see if you can let go of the chair and bring your hands to your heart. So it's a little bit of balance work, isn't it? You see? Ah. All right, one more breath. Take your hand back to the chair. Ready? All I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step forward and I'm going to release out of that crescent lunge. Okay, we're going to move to the other side of our chair now, okay? So I'm just going to go to the other side of my chair. And we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to move forward just a little bit so that whenever I take a step back, and you're going to take that step with the leg that's next to the chair. So now it's going to be your right leg, okay? Hold that chair, take that step back. See if you can bend your front knee a little bit and come up on those back toes. And there's your beautiful crescent lunge. Okay? Now everybody look down. I want to make sure your knee is not in front of your toe. So what tends to happen sometimes, I'm just going to show you. You stay where you are. Sometimes our knee comes forward, and that's not what I want you to do. I want you to bring that knee back. If you want to get deeper into the lunge, then I just want you to bend this front knee and let yourself sink into it. You see that? I'm not coming forward. I'm just here. Now, if you really want to give it a try, pull your belly in, get that core solid, let go of the chair, and bring your hands to your heart. How does that feel? Challenging, isn't it? All right, just one more breath here. Place your hand back on the chair for support. Bring that back leg up, and we're back to standing. Okay, we're going to come to seated now. So go ahead, move into your seated position. And once again, I want you to think about not leaning back, if that's okay, right? So we're trying to stay up forward in our chair, and we're trying to use these muscles right here through the center of the body to hold ourselves up instead of just letting ourselves sink into the back of the chair, okay? All right, so all I want you to do now is we're going to take this leg and we're going to lengthen it out in front of us, okay? So you notice how I just scooted a little bit further forward in my chair, okay? So this leg is straight. This leg is our support right here. We're going to put our hands on our thighs, and there's more support, and we're just going to let our heart fall forward. Doesn't matter how far down you come, doesn't matter at all. But what you should be feeling is the back of this leg that's extended. Do you feel that? It's called pyramid pose. Okay, let's just press through those hands and come back up to seated. And we're going to do that just one more time. Extend the spine long first and let that heart come forward. And then we're just going to lift back up. Okay, so the next pose we're going to do is called pigeon pose. So I'm going to leave this leg right where it is, and I'm going to take this ankle and I'm going to cross ankle to ankle. You see that? Again, lifting up nice and tall and then letting your heart fall forward. I still have my hands here. You might be feeling a pretty good stretch into this hip area here. Pigeon pose. I don't know why it's called pigeon pose, but it is. All right. Let's go ahead and lift up, and we're going to just do that one more time, all right? Don't forget to extend first, then let that heart fall forward. All right, press it up, and we're going to go to the other side, okay? So this leg is going to extend out in front of us, toes to the ceiling if that works for you. Trying to keep the leg straight. So I don't want you to lock out the knee, but try to get the leg straight if you can. Hands are here on thighs for support. Extend and just let the heart fall forward. Then we're going to press that up. And we're going to do that pyramid pose one more time. Extend and hinge. I know. It's a pretty good stretch for the back of that leg, isn't it? You feeling it? Yeah. And let's come up. All right, we're going to move to our pigeon pose. So now what I'm doing is the same leg that we were just working, right, in our pyramid pose, I'm going to take that ankle and I'm going to cross it over. So try not to move this knee in. People tend to want to move this foot forward. Try to keep that foot out, and you're just going to maximize the stretch. It's not wrong. You're going to feel more. Hands are on thighs. Extend belly button to spine as you let your heart fall forward. Go ahead and come up. Can we do that one more time? Let's do it. Extend the spine long. Belly button is to spine, letting that heart fall forward. Then we're going to come back up and release. All right, now you get to sit back in your chair if you want to. All right. Let's take our hands and place them lightly on our thighs. And if it works for you, flip those palms up. Close your eyes or soften your eyes if you prefer. Take a deep breath in and release it. Making time into achievement. Intention transforms empty time into a fulfilling life. Supply yourself with intention, and you'll provide your world with achievement. You are highly capable, yet mere capability doesn't put food on the table. Intention activates your capability with results that seem miraculous. Know with clarity what you are choosing to do. Harness all your energy, focus it, apply it with intention. Shield yourself from meaningless distractions with intention. Put your time, your attention, your skills to worthwhile use with intention. Set an ambitious intention and discover how very much you can accomplish it. Live the day with intention and give yourself cause to be thankful for the way you've made use of your time. Live with the power of intention. Decide what you're going to do and let that intention continue transforming into achievement. Take a deep breath in and release it. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today, and I will see you next time.